Slade.
Okay, mine is going. Is yours going?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to our podcast. My name is Zara.
I'm Angel.
And this is a Black girl safe space. Wait, that's not what we say. That's not what we say.
Is it?
That's not what we say. Hold on.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Hold on. I need to pull up the actual thing because I don't know where I got that from.
It's okay.
So,
are you still recording?
Yeah.
Okay, you can keep it. It's okay.
Okay.
La, 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 la,
okay, let's start over. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Hey guys, I'm Zara.
And I'm Angel.
And welcome to a Black girl safe space where we talk about anything and everything because this is a safe space.
Slade.
All right, guys. So let's just break down our week. Like, I like having like these little, recaps in our podcast. It's been a really, really crazy like last week for the both of us.
Yeah.
I was like starting clinicals for my nursing program last week, so there was a lot of things like going on, and it was just really hard for us to try to find time to study. Angel, I think, did you have 1 exam or 2 exams last week?
I had 1 exam last week.
Yeah, and then she had to work, and we were just trying to find like the right time. So then we we ended up trying to film like after midnight. And guys, like when I tell you we were out of it, we were out of it. We were so tired. Nothing was going right. We recorded like a whole episode.
Yeah.
And then my audio deleted.
Yeah.
So
and the topic was really good, and we were having like
mm-hmm.
a really good topic, like conversation, but well, you'll get that. Y'all get that soon.
We're gonna redo that episode, so like you guys won't miss out on that. But this week's episode is just gonna be audio. Sometimes our episodes may be just audio. We're gonna try to do video as much as we can, but sometimes it's just easier to like record the audio and get that out for you guys as soon as possible. So
yeah,
that's what this week is gonna be. And Angel, do you want to introduce our topic for today?
Say that again.
Do you want to introduce our topic for today?
Oh yeah, so today's topic we're gonna be talking about the Black community that likes to sell things, Black businesses. That's not the problem though. The problem is when Black businesses charge like crazy amounts of money for items that are like everyday items, and they just charge like crazy high prices, and it's like it's getting weird, Mm-hmm. So that's our topic for today.
Yeah, so I think we should start with like a breakdown of like not where Black businesses came from, but the kind of growth that they've had like over the last couple of years. Mm-hmm. Especially with like the whole Black Lives Matter movement back in 2020 going on. There was really a growth in like Black public creativity. I think a lot of people got inspired after that. So, you had a lot of Black people launching businesses, making products and things like that, which is amazing. Like, don't get us wrong. It's good, and we want to support our people as much as possible. Trust. You know what I mean? But the issue is, for me at least, and I know for a lot of people, is the prices that are being charged of these products. With a Black business, it's automatic for you to assume that Black people are going to shop Black businesses. Like, it's just an understood, type of thing. So when you have a business where your market is Black people, and you are charging these people hundreds of dollars for one product, how do you expect us to buy that?
Yeah.
Like, how do you expect us to actually sit behind a screen comfortably and pay that for a tube of lip gloss? It's extreme. Obviously, a tube of lip gloss is not, no one's going to pay $100 for that. But you get where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Like, these are the type of crazy prices that people are charging for these type of products. And, not everyone can afford that, And then it makes people feel bad who want to support these businesses when they can't because they don't have the funds to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it just seems a little sketchy to me. You know what I
It's a little
mean?
sus.
Like, why are you charging like fellow, fellow people, these crazy amounts of money
Yeah.
knowing that they want to support you? Like, I feel like some people are taking that and trying to use it to their advantage.
Mm.
Like, oh, I know black people want to support my business, so I'm going to charge as much as I can because they're going to support me regardless.
Yeah.
Girl, I I can't afford to pay. Like, I want to, but like I can't, you
Yeah.
know?
It's like, okay, so um I mean, when you think of it as their product and it's a good size and there's certain items are worth the amount of money because
Mm-hmm.
they give you value. The value of the item is like really good, the quality, all the things that they use to create that item is high quality stuff. But I don't like it when it's high quality and it comes in like a really small jar or like it's super tiny and like it's not worth the amount of money. Like I'm not paying $20 for like an item that's like half the size of something that's not a black owned business that I can get for $20 that's a bigger size and worth that $20.
Mm-hmm.
Say something?
Hello?
Okay. I was like, did she just go mute? I don't know what happened. But yeah, like, I mean, it's just the disconnect. Because at first, everything was good. It was great. It was like people were, fair exchange, no robbery. But I feel like it's like as soon as you start getting more popular, you start to get a different, I don't want to say demographic, but different class of black people buying your stuff. And that's understandable. Rich black people are going to buy what they want. But you still
Mm-hmm.
have your OG, original people that bought your products before when you were selling out of your car. Like, you still have those people, and maybe those people have not gotten to that point where they're that rich. So you need to calm down and make your prices a little bit more, reasonable for everybody and not just for your richer black people class or demographic, I guess.
Yeah.
Because you still have those people that love your products but don't have that type of money.
Mm-hmm. Like, trust me, I get, wanting to have a business that you could lean on as a full time career. I know it's probably more rewarding, having your own personal business as your full time career, not having to worry about obtaining any other forms of income,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you really have to be practical with these things. You can't just throw out a ridiculous price and expect everybody to be willing to pay that because not everybody can,
Yeah.
you know?
Because.
And I think like the intention of this whole black business thing, especially after, like I said earlier, the Black Lives Matter movement, like really going into effect, like we saw it,
Yeah.
go into effect really, really big back in 2020. I think the black business thing happened as a way to kind of support each other in like
Mm-hmm.
that tough time because we black people were going through a lot.
Yeah.
We've gone through a lot, but in 2020, the media was all over the place. We were really seeing things firsthand behind our phones and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like people were just trying to support each other in their craft, and that's what we want to do. That's what I want to do. But like, you have to make it attainable for people.
Yeah.
And personally, I think I don't know much about businesses because I don't have one, but I would think like, you would get more revenue if your prices weren't as high, so like more people can afford it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Because the more
Like if
people
you have
buying
high
it,
prices
yeah.
that only, two, three people can afford as compared to like lower prices that maybe six or seven people can afford. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, anyway, but that's besides the point.
I want to give you an example, like a real life example. I was in the mall with my mom. There was this black business. In between the stores, they have like little shops,
Mhm.
and they're like, personal shops or whatever. So it was his daughter, son, and mom, and they were selling body butters, and I was like, ooh, and he was like showing us all the scents, and I was like, that one smells really good, and so my mom was like, can you give me one? And I was like, yeah, sure. When this lady, well, first of all, we didn't see like the size, so I'm
Mhm.
thinking, mind you, okay, it was $15.
Mhm.
It's fine. I was like, okay, $15, cool. I could show you the body butter right now because it's literally sitting right in front of me. This is a body butter.
What is that?
Yeah, I will show y'all a pic. I'll put a picture in the video audio version, like on YouTube. It'll be audio, but I'll insert this photo so y'all can see what I'm saying. But I'm not gonna show y'all the brand because I don't want to out her or anything. But like
Mhm.
$15 for this small thing. Now, mind you, it has lasted me a while,
Okay.
but $15 for this
Mhm.
little thing. I
Mhm.
feel like I should get like I don't even know how many ounces this is. It doesn't say. But like I just feel like it's not worth 15. I would have paid maybe 11.99.
Mhm.
Like 11.99. But like I mean it's lasted me, but I'm low. Like I'm getting low. I'm not even gonna lie.
Mhm.
So I just feel like that type of stuff it's really I feel like I said, I feel like it's a disconnect cuz it's like you you promote your products, you want people to buy it, but then once they hear the price, they're like, no, I'm good. I'm not paying that much. Cause when she
Yeah.
told me it was $15.99, I was like, okay, I'll pay for it.
Mhm.
And then when I got it, I was like, I just paid $16 for this,
Yeah.
and thankfully I don't use the same body butter at all every day. But like, if I were to use the same body butter every day, it would have been gone by now. So it's like
Mhm.
you gotta really think about who you're selling to, because black people range from poor to rich,
Yeah. Just
and
like everybody else does, you know? And
yeah,
like, just don't take advantage of the fact that you have a community willing to support you. Like, that's not fair. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Because like Angel said, there's a range of people in every community based on their income. That's just how it is.
mhm,
You know what I mean? And when you have an entire community, like not just a certain class of the community, but an entire community willing to support you, you want to make it attainable for all of them so that they can,
yeah,
you know, because they have the best intention at heart. Like they really do want to contribute. But if your only like goal is to pursue a certain tax bracket, then how are other people supposed to support you who don't meet that? You know
yeah.
what I mean?
And I don't like when, especially like black businesses, the owners of them, like make it like they'll like post like, well, if you can't afford it, then you don't need to be buying this or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Like you don't need to say that because
Yeah,
anybody
like
could
that's
buy
not
your
the
product.
point. We're just trying to support.
Yeah,
You know?
like we're just trying to like support black businesses as y'all want us
Mhm.
to do. But
Mhm.
when you get prideful and start to boast about your products and how good they are, and then saying that if you can't afford it, then you don't need to buy it, then you're just
Mhm.
broke or something like that. Like that's
Mhm.
unnecessary. That's really
Yeah.
not needed. It's
Mhm.
it's it's rude. It pushes your OG fans away. People
Mhm.
that can't afford your stuff or try or even make their way to buy your stuff even if they don't have the money.
Mhm.
It pushes those people away and you're just left with a few rich people that will buy your product. But it's like you I feel like it's quality. I feel like it's, well, I don't know, it kind of can go both ways, like quality over quantity, because the quality of your customers matters too, and also the quantity
Mhm.
of your customers. So I feel like
Mhm.
it's both ways. So it's like you can't just shun your
Mhm.
other other demographic of your like people who buy
Yeah.
your stuff.
Yeah, and we're not saying that you shouldn't charge your worth. Like,
Yeah.
you're putting all of your effort into this business. You should be able to charge how you feel you deserve. But like at the same time, it's like charge what you think you deserve, but don't charge what you want, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, of course, we all want money. Like everybody, like I would love some more money at this point. But I'm not gonna charge a certain price just because I want that price. Like it's gonna
Mhm.
make me more money. I'm going to charge what I think is practical, and that also ties into how much effort I may have put into that product, especially if it's something that I'm hand making.
Yeah.
Like say I hand make, for example, like a body butter, and it takes me a couple of hours to do. So I add a couple of dollars onto the price because like the products take me a little bit of time. But I'm not gonna go make a body butter, charge $40 because I want the extra $20. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's not right, in my
Yeah.
opinion. That's not fair.
And like I recently, not recently, when I bought this stuff and like a couple weeks after me like buying it, I was like, I want to look at this lady's like page. She raised the price.
Wow.
She raised it to like $20.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, she raised it to like $20 and I was like, okay, well, won't be buying from her anymore. Um
Wow.
and what's so interesting is because like y'all people will probably say, when I charge my worth, it adds up to that amount. Okay. There is a brand called The Purity. It's a black owned brand. They are based in Atlanta, Georgia. They have body butters bigger than this. I mean, where is mine? I don't know. Where is it actually? I don't know, but it's like the size of a Bath and Body Works candle, just flat, more
Mm.
flatter. So it's kind of
Mhm.
like, yeah, like this. Kind of like a
Mhm.
when you get shea butter, African shea butter,
Mhm.
that like, yeah, that container. It was $5.99,
Wow.
and they have different scents, and it's creamier, and it's whipped body butter.
Mhm.
So there's no excuse for you to be charging a fairer amount than $20 for, this is what, 2 ounces
Mhm.
of a body butter.
Mhm. And
And
I bet they have more, revenue coming in because more people can buy that kind of
yeah,
stuff.
they do
You know.
because they're in a beauty supply store. These people are selling out of a shop in the middle of a mall. And
Mhm.
she has a website. I don't know how much traction
Yeah.
she gets, but I know it's probably less than the Purity.
Mhm.
Because the Purity is, I mean, they got hair products, body products, they got
Mhm.
everything. What does she have?
Mhm.
Probably only 5 cents because she
Mhm.
can't afford to,
Mhm.
expand
And
her
like, yeah,
business.
let's say most people can't afford these like more lavish prices. Let's just say that. How many people are willing to actually spend, like how many people are going to feel good about spending that amount of money compared to spending $5.99 on a body butter? I'll
Mm-hmm.
be quick to spend $5.99 on a body butter, especially if it's a fairly big container.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm gonna come back for more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it just makes more sense, and you're bringing in more revenue that way, in my
Yeah.
opinion, as compared to like charging bigger prices that not everybody's gonna feel good paying.
Yeah, like, it's not.
Because you guys know the type of economy we live in right
Yeah,
now.
like, y'all
Like,
know. And y'all are like, I get inflation. I get it.
mhm,
But also, you can't do inflation with your own inflation. Like, don't double
mhm,
it.
yeah,
People are only going up a couple of dollars. Why are you going up 10?
mhm,
Like, be so for real. Come on. And I also don't like how they guilt trip you into buying. Like, like they're like, oh, a lot of people don't support black businesses and yada yada yada. And I just really want my
mhm,
business to grow, and it feels like the black community isn't appreciating it. Like,
mhm.
don't guilt trip.
Don't do it.
Don't
Don't do
do
it.
it, cause it's you know what you're doing. So don't
Mm-hmm.
act like you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. And like trust, most if not all black people who see your business want to support it.
Yeah.
They do. But it's really a matter if whether if they can or if they can't.
Yeah. Like Slutty Vegan. Girl, have you seen their prices for their burgers?
No, I've never been, but I do want to go one day.
Yeah, you gonna you just be remind just trust. You will be spending a good amount of money. Firstly, you only get the burger. If you want fries, it's
Mm-hmm.
separate, and a drink as well. Um, the burgers. I remember going with one of my friends for her boyfriend's birthday. He didn't want cake, so we got him two Slutty Vegan burgers because he's vegan.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in there getting the burgers, and the lady tells me this burger is called, I think it's called the One Night Stand. He wanted two.
Mm-hmm.
The total was probably around like $30 to $40 for two burgers.
For two burgers?
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh my
So
god.
I wasn't, it wasn't my money, but still, like I was like, I'm paying almost, I'm paying a yearly membership for an app for two burgers. I was like,
That's
oh,
crazy.
okay. And
I
it was,
didn't know their prices were like that.
yeah, they're, because it's all vegan, which is, I understand, but I feel like it, I would pay 15 maybe, but
Mm-hmm.
not 20, 22, $23 for a burger. Like, that's
Yeah.
nuts. And what even, like, turned me off even more about it, like, I wasn't paying, obviously, but, like, me giving my car, well, my friend's car to these people was the fact that the place that I went to was like really small. Like it was like the size of my room.
Mm.
Like the kitchen was really small, and like it was like kind of like a rectangle, a really skinny
Mm-hmm.
rectangle. And I'm like, y'all got all this money and y'all couldn't expand, like make this place a little bit bigger, cuz there's nowhere to sit. You have to
Mm-hmm.
get your food and leave. Like there's no seating
Mm.
areas. You just grab, order your food and go. The music is loud as heck. Like it's so loud. Like I couldn't think. I was getting a headache in there. The lines be long, and I'm like, y'all are really paying y'all money for a burger. And I
Mm-hmm.
get it. It's vegan. Great. But there's a limit to how much money you should be charging for a burger. Yes, you had your, Tiana Taylor celebrities coming to your, place or whatever, but it's like, remember about the people who you started with. That's like my main thing. You gotta remember who started with you, who bought your products when it was a prototype and all that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And think about that before you start raising your prices. Cause that was crazy. I was like $40. It was like 45 something. I was like, wow,
That's insane.
for two burgers
For two burgers,
and then
that's
fries.
kind of outlandish.
Yeah. I don't know if Sugar Factory is black owned.
I'm not sure.
Let me see really quick.
I don't think I could ever eat at Sugar Factory. Not saying like, I just don't know if I could take that much sweets. Like that many sweets.
Yeah, like it's cute, but like the music be loud. It be hella packed in there, and um, I'm pretty sure the bill. We didn't pay for the bill. Like my friend paid for it. Her brother paid for her bill because it was her birthday, or whatever. But she got that big Sunday thing. We didn't even eat it. Like it was
Mm.
too much,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like Sugar Factory is just for the vibes. I
Mm-hmm.
don't feel like it's a place you would sit down and eat, all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, Miami Beach. Is she not the owner or? Oh, okay. So it's a white woman.
Mm.
Okay, so I can't really say much about Sugar Factory, but oh my gosh, let's turn off YouTube. But yeah, like I'm not. No, you won't ever catch me again. Like, cause especially when I bought that body butter, I felt very pressured because like they were like very like pushing the product on and like saying all these things about it. Like that's what I mean by guilt tripping too. Like y'all putting a lot of pressure on me to buy this product, and like if I don't buy it, I feel like I'm gonna get attacked for it because like uh it's just like under subliminal pressure, like the looks you get when you're um talking about, talking to somebody with a
Mhm.
black business and stuff like that. And I'm just like, if I really couldn't afford it, I'm sorry. Like,
Mhm.
or I'm gonna be real, like I'm not paying this much money. But I only got it because my mom wanted it.
Mhm.
But if it were
I
me,
don't
I'd be
know. I
like,
think
it's not worth. Nah,
with
no. Even my mom,
I
she was
think
like,
with a lot
$15 for
of the
that. And I was like,
time,
yeah, girl.
social media may have like a
Sad.
certain
It's a sad,
impact
sad world.
on people's approach to starting a business, because you see these really successful businesses, people making six figures,
Yeah.
and everyone who starts a business wants that, and I think they start with the impression,
Of them getting there that fast.
yeah, of them getting there that quickly. And frankly, it's just not practical for everyone. Sometimes it happens for some people, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
I think with starting a business, it's all about growth. You start from somewhere and then you expand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't go start out the gate charging prices that are going to make you six figures because
Yeah.
like
It's
you're a
not gonna
new
get you nowhere.
business. Like we keep reiterating, some people just cannot pay that. They want to, but they can't.
Yeah. Like nobody's gonna pay $20 for like a 4-ounce jar of something when I can get it
Yeah. Why
somewhere
would I
else.
pay why would I pay $20 for edge control that's the size of 2 quarters? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Like Shea's bomb products are crazy expensive. Like I have an edge control. It's literally like the travel size edge control, probably like 1 ounce or 0.5 ounce or whatever. It was $5.99, $6 for that little small thing. And I was like, I'm gonna get it because this is the least amount I'm gonna pay for it. And the edge control is not that good. Might I add? And like their stuff, like when I used to work at the beauty supply store, their stuff would always be at the front, and I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Like their goo, they have like this like edge goo thing that you can use on your wigs. It was like $16.99, and it was like a tube of toothpaste. And I'm like, who is paying? That's why it's still there. That is exactly why it's still there. And
Yeah.
that's another thing. We black businesses, like they will question like, I don't know why anybody's buying my products. Girl, your prices are unreasonable. Like nobody's paying $25 for whatever you got. Nobody.
Especially if people can find that's the thing. Especially if people can find the same product for cheaper.
Yeah.
Like if I could find like if I'm buying like a lash serum, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's one at like a chain store, like a Ulta or something, and then there's one from like a small business, black owned business. The one from Ulta is, let's say, $10, and the one from your business is $25, and they're the same formula, same container.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy it at Ulta
Yeah. Like the
because I
vendors.
don't have that money to like. Why would I spend $25 on a lash serum when I can get it for $10 somewhere else, and
Yeah.
it's the same thing?
Like, and I don't like, especially like when like people start businesses and they start from vendors. Like I'm not saying I don't hate that, but like they like you'll see like 5 black girls say starting a lash business, and they all come from the same vendor, and one girl charges, well, not, yeah, an extensions lash business that turns like lash extensions into strip lashes, because that's a lot of work because you're making your lashes yourself. But one girl is charging like $80 for one pair, and another girl is charging $40 for one pair. Which one do you think I'm gonna buy? The $40 one. I'm not paying $80 for no lashes. And don't blame me that it was your fault that you wanted to stall on making your lashes when the other girl took a day and a half to complete a set of lashes and got it out for that customer. I'm going to pay $40 for that, and I'm going to give her a tip if I can. I'm not paying $80 for a half product, a half worked on product because you're the one that decided to stall or something like that. I'm not doing it. It's and like I really don't like when I see stuff like from the same vendor and people are charging way more than the other person, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
these are from the same vendor. What are you doing?
Another thing I want to mention while we're getting crazy, let's just go all the way.
She feeling froggy, y'all.
Have y'all been seeing, aside from the pink sauce lady? Like, let's not even bring her up.
Oh
But have
gosh.
y'all been seeing these small, and they're not even just black owned businesses, because there are other people doing it. But the main ones I see are like from black owned businesses where they're like selling food,
Mm-hmm.
or like these sunflower seeds. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Sunflower seeds. What do you mean?
Like, they're making like these, how do I explain, like these seafood boil type things with like peppers and pickles,
Pickles?
eggs. One lady has like sunflower seeds, and they're like in this sauce, like that's giving seafood boil sauce vibes, and they're like shipping it out, like this
No
food,
preservatives.
that is made in their house. First of all, that's made in their
Mm-mm.
house. Most of the time it's not properly packaged,
I have
and they're
not
shipping
seen
it
that.
out in these horrific weather conditions, because you guys know we're in a heat wave, and giving it to people, like, that's not, we also although we have to be practical about our prices, we also need to be practical about what we're selling. We can't just go and start selling any and everything,
Mm-hmm.
because there will be consequences. Like that pink sauce lady,
Yeah.
there are gonna be consequences
Yeah, she's gonna
for
get sued
that,
sooner or later.
because
Somebody.
you can't sell things
Yeah.
like that without going through the proper verification. Like, you can't just sell food out of your house to people without it being approved by the organizations or whatever, like being health approved. And that's for a lot of people who are like selling food
Mm-hmm.
out of their house.
Like no preservatives, just.
Like, you can't, like, okay, it's different if you're like selling it to people within your city or within
Yeah,
like the
like where they
immediate
can pick it
area,
up.
because you can give it to them the same, like in a couple of minutes,
Yeah.
30 minutes, an hour. But when you're shipping this overseas in a plane, delivery, like packaging it to be delivered, guys, come on.
I thought
We
we knew
can't
that we can't send food.
we can't do that.
You
That
cannot
is
do
not
that.
safe. That's not safe.
It's so
And especially
bad.
with the growth of social media, like these businesses are doing like some numbers. People are buying it.
Why would
But
somebody buy
but
pink
how
sauce?
do
I
you
don't
feel
know.
okay with doing that? Like, how do you feel comfortable like putting people's health at risk?
Yeah, like that lady when she was on live talking about some. If it is it FDA approved? What did she say? She was talking about some. I am not a medical.
This is
She was
not
like,
a
I am not
medical
selling a
product.
medical product.
Girl,
Girl, that's how
how are
you know.
you
This is
selling
another thing.
food but you don't know who the FDA is?
Yeah, that's another thing. Like when people are selling their stuff, black people, and they don't know who the higher ups are according to their,
Product.
whatever they're selling. Like for food, for instance, if you don't know who the FDA is, you don't need to
You
be
shouldn't be
selling
selling
nothing.
that. Mm-mm.
If you
You
don't
shouldn't be
know
selling it.
what, public relations is when it comes to like, you know, filming in certain areas for your product,
Mm-hmm.
you don't need to be
Mm-hmm.
selling anything.
Because although there are financial aspects to a business, there are also legal aspects to a business.
Yeah.
This is a serious thing. You can't just do any and everything,
Yeah.
because there will be consequences. You have to make sure you're taking the proper precautions, you're doing things in accordance with what's legal and what's allowed, and then you can start talking about your prices and making and marketing and all of that other stuff.
Yeah. I
But
don't like.
let's stop selling food out of our house and shipping it to people. Half of the time it's not even packaged correctly. No dry ice, no nothing to preserve the food. Like, that like
And
this
another
like these new
thing.
businesses that I've been seeing are terrifying me.
Yeah. Another thing is I don't like the unprofessionalism. Like
Mhm.
for example, the pink sauce lady when she went live, cussing people out,
Mhm.
talking about how if you can't afford the product then you're broke or something like that.
Mhm.
That's another thing I don't like. Like you can't be unprofessional selling something.
Mhm.
Like you said, there are legal things that you have to know when
Mhm.
you are selling something. You cannot cuss out a customer because they got a rash from your cream, your lotion,
Mhm.
your serum.
Mhm.
You cannot cuss them out. You cannot you cannot not offer them a refund because they had an allergic reaction. You better offer them the refund, especially if you don't list the ingredients, all the ingredients that's in your stuff.
Mhm.
That's another thing. Like when you get your stuff from a vendor that you make use to make your stuff, and you don't know the ingredients that are in the stuff that you bought from your vendor. You gotta list every single thing that is
Mhm.
in your stuff. If it's a product in a product, like say if it's like base base butter for I don't know, a cream or whatever. You gotta know what's in that base butter before you add it to your stuff.
Mhm.
Before like because like people have allergic reactions and stuff like that, and
Mhm.
cussing them out and banning them from your store is not going to do anything. They will
Mhm.
take you to court,
Yeah.
and yeah, it seems like y'all don't get that. Like black businesses that do these things don't understand the seriousness when it comes to those things, because it's like
Mhm.
you're you're risking somebody's life. What if they were deathly allergic to whatever it is that are selling, and you don't
Mhm.
know
And
what's in your
you didn't
product?
mention that in the ingredients list, or you didn't mention any allergy risks.
Yeah, like
You
you gotta
know.
make sure your stuff is, say, like if you're selling makeup, cosmetic grade, or food grade things. If it's
Mhm.
like when I started, I kind of like pushed it to the side, but I have like my glitters and all that type of stuff. When I
Mhm.
was searching for like stock and like stuff to mix my glitters and stuff, I had to make sure the glitters that I was using wasn't craft grade stuff. I had to
Mhm.
make sure it was cosmetic grade because craft grade has different dyes and it can affect your face if you put it on your face. And I didn't know
Mhm.
that, but I'm glad I took the time out to research those things, because if
Mhm.
I were to start selling and my business was booming and some customer tells me she went blind for putting on a certain glitter that I have on her eye, and I get upset because that hasn't happened to me before.
Mhm.
I'm obligated to give her a refund. I'm obligated to pay something out of her medical bill. I feel obligated to do that. If you don't feel obligated to do those things, you don't need to be starting no business. You don't.
Mhm.
Cuz if you're not going to have a fair, you know, fair, what's the word I'm looking for? Just being fair when it comes to those type of problems. If you do end up having a problem with the product that someone bought from you, you need to
Mhm.
know those things, because if you don't,
Mhm.
girl, you're gonna be out of business and then probably in
Right.
jail.
Right. Like you can't just start up a business without, making sure every other aspect of your business is intact, because
Yeah.
a business is not just about making money. There are other things that go into it, you know. It's a very serious thing. So like when you start a business, you have to be prepared to do all of the necessary things that go into starting that business.
Yeah. Like these Atlanta hairstylists. I don't know if this is a topic, same topic, but I'm gonna just share my piece on it. These girls be charging $800 for an install,
Mhm.
and you gotta bring your own. You gotta bring your own glue. You gotta make sure your hair is bone straight so they can cornrow your hair. And sometimes they don't cornrow your hair, and you have to make sure you come with your hair cornrowed already. You gotta bring your own wig cap. You gotta do all these things. It's unfair and it's unprofessional, and y'all aren't really licensed, and y'all need to go get licensed before you start touching on somebody's head. So get it together
Mhm.
immediately. But yeah, just don't make sure you guys, if you are buying from a business, please don't feel pressured to buy from them. If the amount is crazy expensive, please don't. They will realize that their prices are too high and hopefully come to some senses and, you know, lower their prices
Mm-hmm.
because it's just unreasonable. So, just don't buy from everybody. If you don't want to support black businesses, it's okay. Because I
Mm-hmm.
understand. Like, oh, that's what I was going to say. There's this lady on TikTok that sells mugs. They're clear, like
Mm-hmm.
water bottle clear. And she puts like, she's just, I think she has like a cricket or something. And she like has like different sayings, like black girl sayings, like black girl boss, like I'm, like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I go on her website because I'm like, okay, that'd be a cute gift for my sister. It's $30 for one mug.
No.
I
Mm-mm.
was like, wow. Oh my gosh, I was so shocked. I closed out of that browser so fast. And yeah. Ooh, I don't know. I also have noticed like a lot of Christian brands selling their stuff, and I go on their websites and it's like $70 for one sweatshirt or hoodie. And I'm like, you think I'm stupid? I'm not paying that much money. No. I literally like because I was like I want some more Christian wear because I have God is dope, but I want to look for more brands, more like lower indie brands. I don't remember the name of this brand, but yeah, like I was trying to get a shirt or something. The shirt was $25, just a
Mm-hmm.
t-shirt. Like, what are y'all doing? Who's paying for that? And they were talking
Yeah.
about you can get 10% off if you sign up today. 10% off is literally like $2.
Mm-hmm.
No, no,
Yeah.
no. But yeah, just don't buy from everybody. Make sure
Mm-hmm.
they know their worth and they are fairly charging people.
Yeah. You don't have to buy from everyone if you can't.
Yeah.
Like don't feel pressure to support like in areas where you can't because at least you had the best intention at heart.
Mhm.
And to all my business owners out there who are charging these outlandish prices, just try to think about who your demographic is and think about the people who you're trying to promote to.
Yeah.
Like, yes, we like you want your business to succeed, and I'm sure all of your customers want your business to succeed as well. But you got to start somewhere. It's about growth, you
Mhm.
know? And maybe the bigger your business gets, you can up your prices a little bit. Not too
Yeah.
much, but a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But starting out the gate with these crazy prices is just not practical. And it's not fair to the people who want to support you because
Mhm.
not everybody has the means to pay these big ticket
Especially
prices.
over and
You
over
know,
again. Yeah.
like let's stop charging $25 for edge control this big.
Yeah. Let's not. Let's not charge $24 for 2 ounces of something. Just don't.
Right.
Don't do it. But we will. I want to definitely list some black businesses that we love to support
Mm-hmm.
and things of that nature. So if y'all live, in the Atlanta area, y'all can definitely get put on or whatever. Um,
Yes.
so yeah, like because I don't want to just be like bashing on black owned businesses because
Yeah,
there
that's
are
not what we're
great
trying to do.
ones.
We love black businesses and we support black businesses. And if I could buy from only black businesses,
I
I would,
I definitely would.
but like sometimes we can't for these reasons. But there are black businesses out there who we love to support
Yeah.
who don't have these crazy, crazy prices, who have amazing products or amazing merchandise that we'll be willing to share for sure.
Yeah. Like I'm not gonna lie, I love me a Telfeezy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like the bags are worth it because like the largest bag is like a carry on
Mm-hmm.
for an airport. Like
Yeah.
I would pay $250 for that, and it's good
Mm-hmm.
quality leather. Like it's not
Mm-hmm.
just some shavings from like leather, like that was on the floor. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is good stuff.
Right.
So and to all the black businesses that I guess felt offended or whatever, just think about your
Yeah.
Your
Like we're saying these as like the consumers, the payers of these products,
mm-hmm.
you know? And I think it's hard for business owners to sometimes, like when it comes to their business, not another business, but when it comes to their business, kind of think in the mind of the consumer and
Mm-hmm.
not in the mind of like the business owner or the producer of the product.
Yeah.
So just take what we're saying, you know, and maybe think about it.
Yeah, just ponder on it,
Mm-hmm.
simmer on it.
Yeah. And if there are any of our listeners who have a black business that they want to share, please leave it in the comments below because we'd be more than willing to check out your business for
Yeah.
sure. Like we want to see what you're about. We want to support you if we can, you know. So if you have a business, leave it down below and let us know and we'll definitely check out your business.
Yeah. So, thank you guys so much for listening to this week's podcast. We are sorry
Mm-hmm.
we didn't get, last Saturday up, but you already know why. So,
Yeah.
just be patient with us because we still are students and things happen. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, thank you
Yeah.
guys so much for listening. Make sure you listen on SoundCloud, YouTube, and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. All of our stuff will be in the bio as well. Um, as the black owned businesses that we love to support. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Thank you guys so much, and we will talk to you in our next episode.
bye.
Bye.